sali ogni tanto,
Va bene. Andate a sistemare la cucina, per favore.
Intanto te li faccio qui.
Ok.
Se devi fare gli animali. La mia sorella metterà posto lo zaino.
Brava, amore.
Anita, guarda che sto mettendo la posto il tuo zaino. Amanda, scusa, non piano dei libri. Ma sì, metterlo a posto senza i libri. Guarda, metto dentro i libri. I colori. Non accetteranno mai l'invito, si è strappato.
Dici?
Non accetteranno mai perché non lo vogliono strappato. Capito? Mamma, ho letto che cosa si fa lunedì. Ho letto che cosa si fa lunedì. Matematica, educazione, civica e storia. Poi italiano. Capito? E viene mai. Quando è l'ora di pranzo?
No, non è... Come no?
throws the punter Rigoberto Sanchez on to get us started. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. The Vikings offense coming out for the first time, and in his 5th season leading this crew, coming off his 3rd career Pro Bowl nod, Kirk Cousins. Cousins looking to put it up right away. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. And, Charles, you wonder about this defense coming in. I mean, look, it's no secret they're playing a team that's down on its luck right now. Losers of 5 straight. How does that change how you prepare for a game?
Well, to me, the first thought is you just get after them early, right? Take away any chance of them building any confidence. But the second thing is
And right away, he lost the football. And the Colts pick it up. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Even the great ones, some of the best, they're not immune to the fumble, and here it really hurts them.
If the ball gets away from any runner's body, that's when the defense pokes at it, swipes at it, swats at it, and finds a way to create a big play for themselves.
And Johnson's extra point up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. And you see Dalvin Cook and the offense heading back out. He's probably a little angry at himself. It was his fumble, obviously, a moment ago that led to the scoop and score touchdown that has him down early.
And now we find out about the psychology aspect of being a coach. Because when you have a guy that's just happened, some people want to take him out of the game immediately. Others say, you know something? Let's feed him the ball again next series and see if he's going to be able to atone for it. Let's see what they decide to do.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
Now that's how you start to get back in the good graces of your head coach. Remember, he fumbled on the last possession. How about the faith they showed him, giving him the ball again, and he repaid them, picking up a first down.
They go play action. Cousins. Rush coming, and he's taken down. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. Now, the #1 mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks of the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though. And they could barely get a glove on it before he got the quarterback on the ground.
And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there. But this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. Finding room at midfield. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Give him 19 on the play, but they will still come up a bit short. And now it's 4th down. On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. Rodgers to return it. We call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They're led out by the southpaw Tua Tagovailoa in his 3rd season now out of the University of Alabama.
You talk about the pause that refreshes. I think it's come at a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? You know, the season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He's able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't wait to see if they have anything special in store for him today.
Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
When teams practice their plays during the week, they're hoping that it's going to pay off on game day. So it sure has to feel good for them when they hit them during a game, and they hit that one there for big yardage.
Tua going to tap this forward on a jet sweep. And he is going to lose yardage here. The Colts at 11-2 now. And they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
On 2nd and 11 now. Tua. Campbell making the catch. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
Oh, I see you nodding your head along with me, partner, because it's pretty obvious what they were trying to do there on the drag route. With his speed, they're hoping he can turn the corner and maybe take this to the house. But that was excellent work defensively to make sure once he caught it, he wasn't going anywhere.
Able to find his man, Woods. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 34-yard line. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. Getting this out to the flat. Mostert. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
First carry for Raheem Mostert. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Holding offense.
So retract the yardage and retract the touchdown.
And retract the chunk play. Big strike there to get the touchdown. Now they've got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal.
Going to the air. Tagovailoa. Catch made here by Campbell. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. 7th play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And this is caught. Touchdown. Michael Pittman, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Colts have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you give the defensive touchdown early, give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, we've had that conversation with them prior to the game, they always say, you know, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Kene Nwagu now out of his end zone.
Sì, papà, posso finire qui? Poi te lo faccio io, papà, ti aiuto.
Mi metto...
Lo faccio prima che parti, ma tranquillo.
As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games.
Getting this one to about the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Cousins gives way to Cook, and he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. And now they'll stop play here, at least momentarily. A member of the Vikings in some discomfort after that last play. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Play action now. Cousins. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
No, 0-5.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
Well, partners, the first quarter, too early to start talking about needing a comeback. They're down 2 touchdowns already, and that sack, that disrupts this drive. They need something to go right on offense, and they need it to happen soon.
3rd and long for Cousins. Toward the sideline, it's complete. An athletic grab, but still well short of the first. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. And here's Rodgers on the return. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. As the Colts offense makes their way out, we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And for the moment, they're sitting pretty in possession of that number 2 seed. But as we know, it often happens, this is all still subject to change.
You're so right about that. But even though the math isn't there yet, I think it's going to take new math for them not to make the playoffs. They're almost certainly going to be in the tournament and certainly going to be a dangerous team if you have to play against them.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for, a really good change of pace back.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Colts in possession as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up.
C'è il select dog.
Off of play action, Tagovailoa. This one swung out to Williams.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes it
Minnesota Vikings.
and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
From the gun, it's Tua. This one completes Alec Pierce. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They run with Hines. Yeah, maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the 1st down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Right back to him on 1st down. Zadarius Smith able to get him down.
That's a really nice play, able to stack that one up. But they get back in the huddle. He's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of it.
No, amore, quello adesso lo porto su, che mi serve a me.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. On 2nd and 9, Tua. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. He finds Pierce, it's complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Everything's going right here in this first half, and they've got a good lead, and part of that can be attributed to their success on third downs. This is another conversion here, and they can look to really open things up now with this first and goal.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Delivers another one to Pierce. Touchdown, Colts. Alec Pierce.
Un altro
From 8
touchdown.
yards out. And the Colts have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
Come, amore? Come no? Sto a 21. Ho appena segnato. No, amore, adesso c'è Alma. Alma, aiuta un attimo Amanda mentre io gioco. Poi andiamo a fare il tuo disegno.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Vikings offense making their way back out. Now let's give you a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse if this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why they look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Well, it's caught on the right side at Smith. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Return, it's Rodgers. And just about 31 here, 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And they enter play here in this one on a 2-game win streak, plus they come off the open week as well. So this is a team that has a lot of things working in their favor.
It certainly is, and let's face it, this team is playing so well. The worry now is that after a few extra days off, they'll be sluggish coming into this game. So I've heard that he spent more time in practice working what they call good versus good, starting offense versus starting defense. They want a fast start in this next game.
Tua going to throw. Pass out left, caught by Woods. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Alma.
Looking to pass. Tua. He's going to drop this underneath to Mostert.
Che stai facendo là dietro? Ti togli.
7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
This is a nice job of just taking what the defense is going to give you on 3rd down. You're not looking for a big play downfield. You just want to find something that can get you past the marker. They to a hit, and the ball is in. And the Vikings pick up the football.
He tried to buy some time to the right. So, Charles, when the guy gets out of the pocket, what's the focus of the quarterback?
Most of them keep their eyes downfield. They want to try and make a play throwing the ball. Some of them, they want to tuck it and go. But when they scramble, in this case, as you said, to the right, you're cutting the field in half. So good defenses kind of converge in that spot, and they don't give you much territory to throw the ball. He had nowhere to go with it. Ends up getting the ball stripped.
First red zone chance now for the Vikings. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Running the jet sweep. This is Thielen with it. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them at the end zone as the first half winds down.
Third down, Dalvin Cook. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Facing this big first-half deficit, they keep the field goal unit on the sideline. They're going for it. Running for it. Here's Cook. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10.
Non l'ha preso il primo down.
Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on fourth down. Now the red flag out on the field. We'll have a challenge forthcoming.
Play is under review.
The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have one challenge remaining. First down, here's Cousins. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll wind up picking up about 4, as that is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be second down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Second and 6. Throwing is Cousins. And he'll just get rid of it.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Cousins to throw it. Setting up the screen for Cook.
No, me l'ha bloccato male.
Vikings. Dalvin Cook, his first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings get a bit closer.
No, col gioco.
Joseph connects on the extra point, and they'll cut the lead to 21. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings moving away. Taken at the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball around. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there and now get some points on this drive.
Daniil Hunter has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Quick knocked away and incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side. And all of a sudden, you got a battle on your hands.
On 3rd and long, it's Tagovailoa. And it's knocked away and incomplete. To put on 4th down, here's Roberto Sanchez. It's fielded at the 45. 39 yards on the punt. Give him just 1 yard on the return. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. The Vikings going to take over now late in this first half. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
To throw again on 2nd down. Cousins. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. 3rd down. Here's a run by Cook. And he'll take this to the 47, but no further as they get him down well short of the line to gain. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. Here's Brett Kern now to punt this one away. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says across. Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the 3rd quarter. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. And he returns this to the 22. The Colts ready to go to work to start the 3rd quarter. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
46 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They go back to the ground, this time Mostert. And he's got room. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Well, I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They'd done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Johnson's extra point up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. They're trying for Rager, but it's intercepted. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd and manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Danielle Hunter getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Got an open man, that's Campbell. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Now it's Hines. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, partner, they've been running it well the entire game, and the big guys up front, they're a huge reason why.
Che bello, amore.
Continue to open up big holes and gain nice yardage.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Campbell. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he's got the 1st down.
Amore.
He gets it to the 8. Give him 7
E vai!
pick up the 3rd down.
Ma ti sta benissimo, è bellissimo. Di chi è? È di mamma quel vestito?
Here's Tua. This is caught. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. Second and goal from the 1. Mostert will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Out for the PAT, here's Johnson. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Raheem Mostert. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
And despite a nice juke there, really good move, he only gets about a yard, and it brings up 2nd down.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Cook again, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Cousins now from the 50. Escaping the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they've brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another income.
Che bello, amore.
Speedster Raheem Mostert and the rest of this offense out to start the drive. And he's closing in on that number that all running backs circled beginning of the year, the number 1,000. Could do it on this drive.
And you have to think to yourself that this moment, getting to this spot, it started in the offseason, right? Not just the workouts, right? Not just getting yourself physically prepared to play, but mentally, as well as your team, as well as your unit, head coach, offensive coordinator. We run the football. We give you opportunities. He's taking advantage of it.
And when you get this close to the mark, you just hope things don't tighten up, right? You probably want to get there and get it in your rearview mirror.
You really do, don't you? Because now it becomes predominant, and you wonder about play calling as well. Do you want to call plays to get that out of the way, or are you still calling plays to win the game first? That becomes the burden of the play caller.
They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7, forthcoming.
Well, there's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Sul muro.
On second down, Williams.
E adesso se n'è andata via perché qualcuno gli ha detto che tu stai andando a prendere.
A first throw for the backup, Ryan. And that will be incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on third down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. Fielded just inside the 30. 39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. And now out comes Minnesota. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now, the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So
fammi vedere. Yeah! Zebrotta mia!
Success.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Meanwhile, Cousins' throw complete to his receiver, Thielen. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. 2nd down and 3. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. To throw again on 2nd down. Cousins got a man, and he hits him in stride. And the Vikings are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Now Cousins. And this ball is caught by Irv Smith. Touchdown Vikings. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Vikings get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Joseph connects on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the 4th quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Hines. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 61 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Well, you know me, partner. I never tell them to back off of being aggressive, but sometimes you see the consequences when you're overly aggressive and you don't secure tackles. Guys break through.
Trying to sell out to pry that football loose, and just as you said, cost some yardage.
Yeah, you got to go get him. Stand him up first before you go for the ball. Don't just go for it initially.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Great stop by DJ Wanham to back the offense up on that play. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff. And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
From midfield now, here's Ryan. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. 7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Here's Ryan. And the grab made by the tight end Pruitt. And a tackle going to be made at the 38.
Come?
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour.
Me l'avevi detto tu l'altra volta.
Defense and guys want to be involved. They can be in.
Sono tutti nell'armadio, amore.
Split out like receivers, but hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle. You put it all together, you get a heck of a tight end candidate.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
They stay on the ground this time. It's Williams. And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down marker at the Vikings 29. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. The Colts on 3rd down. They've been tough to stop. 8 for 10 so far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
Again, it's Williams. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26.
Hey.
Well, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. This is Hines. And this time not quite to the 30. He'll be down at the 31-yard line. Tackle there by Lewis Seen.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. On second down, right back to Hines. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now Ryan. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking the lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Johnson's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And the Vikings now heading onto the field. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. Cousins on first down. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field. Cousins now to throw on first down. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. An incomplete pass on second down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Cousins again. He's got a man complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 30. He's going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. A first down throw for Cousins. Dancing to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game.
Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. And the Colts pick it up. The 40, past the 20. And that might just cement it. A return for a late touchdown. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. And you talk about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. And for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
And Johnson's extra point up and good. And
Ma con quello che ti metti domani, noi andiamo a compleanno di viola, quindi scelgo bene. Capito?
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Allora no, papà, se ci cambiamo a casa non c'è problema.
Maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Draw play, and he loses the football a second time. And I believe the Colts have recovered. Yes, they have.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. The Colts in victory formation now as they take the knee. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends. And